AA, see you in church. Hi, I'm Manuel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a little message, put the hand up. I do it right away because I have the tendency to forget, and I usually won't come back. And give me a subject I should talk about, because this subject I didn't think I was going to come back and talk about again until I saw it yesterday, and I saw the drama at my job happen. Oh my gosh, this is just too sad, tired, and boring. And yesterday I saw the Republican people make themselves look like even bigger piles of shit. Embarrassment to this country. They were crying because they lost. Well, we lost. We couldn't put a person that's going to destroy this country back in the seat. We've been telling them for years we got to get rid of the Electoral College because it doesn't stand for the people of America. The way the system works now is we have so many seats, and each state gets so many representatives in the Electoral College. And it takes, let's say, pretend in Arizona, 50 votes to get a person in the seat. But see, we don't close our borders to people. If you want to live in Arizona, we allow you to live in Arizona. And remember, you get to vote. You don't lose the vote once you cross our state lines. So, they do the census, they do the count, people keep coming to our state. So now we have more people in our state than we have required to put the person in that seat. So you have two people sitting there, one Democrat, one Republican. If the Democrat vote comes, we get the Democrats put in that seat. If the Republican vote people come faster, we get that person put in that seat. And the moment those two seats, or 3 or 10 or 38 seats get filled, all the votes that come afterwards fall to a cinder. They're not counted anymore. Why? Because we don't have any more seats available for people to sit in our state. See, that's how that works. They don't take our votes that don't count and give it to another state to let them count. It doesn't work that way. That's why we've been trying to get rid of the Electoral College, because we know if it worked that way, we would have never had Trump sitting up there. We would have had and we thought we had those people who sit in the electoral chairs. They still don't have to vote your way. They don't. That Republican can vote Democrat. That Democrat can vote Republican. For me, the moment I made my vote, I stopped listening. Why? Because I am no longer part of the system anymore. It's left up to the Electoral College person from Arizona who sat in that seat, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, to vote their best mind. They're supposed to, not like last time where the person was retarded and voted Republican, even though they were both Democrat seats. Get it? Got it? Good. And now when it's too late, you Republicans are there whining, we didn't get our way. Let's take a gun. See, if those people out there had been Hispanic, Black, Chinese, Jewish, any Hawaiian, any ethnicity other than white, those police officers would have shot their guns into the audience and killed every single one of them. But because 80% of those people were white, they broke through into Congress and made a scene. That's right. White people won't get shot at. We just saw that. It was an embarrassment of the government. The world sees now that our government can't even handle some militia. We're a laughing stock of the world. It's embarrassing. And everybody says, well, they were wearing bulletproof. No, shoot him in the head. If it was a black person, he would have been shot in the head. If it was Hispanic, he would have been shot in the head. If it was any other necessity, they would have shot him in the head. Bullet, 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 bullet. It's that simple. If they would have been up there with the rainbow flag, they would have shot him in the head. And that's because they love to kill us quietly. They did that until Pride. Pride's storyline, they keep telling you, is a lie. They didn't fight back because they put him in jail. They fought back because they had many of their friends being murdered by the police. And then the police would say, oh, they committed suicide. With your gun? And that is just so horrific that all those people, white people, can get away with what they did because you won't shoot and protect this country against white people. We got to start looking in and replacing our police officers because we need them to start killing white people. We need them to stop killing blacks, Hispanics, Chinese. We need them to start looking at us like we're white people. It's ridiculous what they allow white people to get away with, and Republicans to boot. This was an embarrassment. This president needs to be put in jail for what he did yesterday. And the Republicans where I work were scrambling, trying to find an excuse. It was the Democrats who... Excuse me, those Republicans wouldn't have come for what the Democrats said. Oh, come to over here. No. And what's his name was telling them what to do? Trump. That was not a skit from SNL. It wasn't a skit from there. And it's just so ridiculous. Wasn't a man with a mask pretending he was Trump. And it wasn't that comedian, that actor, pretending he was Trump. It was Trump standing out there saying the stupid shit he was saying. He's showing his true colors, that he's just like his piece of garbage children. And now if his daughter's going to run for president, I would be scared shitless, because what kind of garbage are we letting get up there? Is she the only one in the family that has sense, who hasn't stuck her dick in the water and acted like a piece of garbage? Harassing people dying from cancer? That's what the two sons did. And now him doing that? Oh, it was the Democrats who... No, we didn't force Trump to bring his criminals down and act like fools. He did that. And then I asked, how do we benefit from them looking like assholes? We don't. We look like a joke around the world because of them. We don't want that. We don't want to look weak, because that's what they do. They made us as a country look weak. All of those people should have been rounded up and put in prison, including Trump and his children, not the daughter, the two sons. The two jokes. The problem is that the Democratic office is a joke too. They're acting just like the Republican Party. They don't want to do their jobs. They all need to be gotten rid of and start from scratch, which we're doing already with Trump getting kicked out of the White House. Because it's a kick now. We want him gone from this embarrassing scene. What a joke. Next, they're going to say, oh no, that was Alec Baldwin pretending he was Trump. That's what probably I'm going to hear at work from those people. This was a horrible joke. And it wasn't funny. 2 people died. But if those people out there were black, Hispanic, Chinese, any other than white Americans, they would have shot every single one of them down. Hispanic Americans laying dead. Black Americans laying dead. Chinese Americans laying dead. Hawaiian Americans laying dead. Stop this stupidity. It's embarrassing, you piles of bleep. It's bad enough we have that damn coronavirus going on, and then you guys are all out there like that? And then when you Go out back to your country, to your states. You're bringing back those diseases to your state to give more coronavirus over there? How dare you? How many people have to die for you guys to learn to stop this nonsense? Let me know by subscribing to my channel. Leave a little message telling me, oh, I think 16 billion have to die. Hopefully all Republican. Put the hand up. I do it right away because I have the tendency to forget and I won't return. And let me know a new subject, which this subject should have never had to happen, to talk about. But remember, AA, see you in church.